Hello natural beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Nat and today is going to be my Hollow Out for Halloween Project Pan finale. Now I do have some friends that are joining me in this Project Pan, so I want to encourage you to go check them and their videos and their progress out as well. They are Marilyn Solis Gutierrez, Kailee Wesley, and Lori L. So I am going to go ahead and show you what I used and how much usage I got. So the first product that I have here is from ColourPop. It is their Jelly Much Shadow in Perfectly Wretched. This is part of their Cruella release. And this is no longer a jelly shadow. So I was using this primarily on my lips. I would use it as a little bit of a highlight every now and then, like if I were doing something at night, because it does have glitter in it. So it's a bit severe, but I would just kind of blend it out a little bit, just kind of smudge it out. And it did give me that really nice, see me from Mars highlight. But I don't know what to do with it because I didn't use it enough on as a highlight for it to be effective. It doesn't have like everyday use, that kind of color to it. And as far as my lips, I mean, it would, kind of brighten them up right in the center, but I don't know. It fell off and I think I'm going to get rid of this. I think that's the bottom line. I think I'm going to get rid of that because I don't know what else to do with it. And I did try to revive it. I want to say 3 times. One with contact solution, another with eye drops, and oh, I have an alarm going off. And another one with, what else did I use? Oh, with alcohol. And it just, it's supposed to be a jelly shadow. So unfortunately, I think I waited too long to use that. So I'm probably going to toss it. Now, I used that 8 times. Did I say that? I used that 8 times this past month, and altogether I used it 23 times. So, now the next product is by Bite Beauty. It is one of their miniature lipsticks. Every holiday they come out with like a 4-pack. This is last year's, and this is in the color Cocoa Bite. And I finished it, y'all. So, it was just a really nice nude that I could wear every day. It was a nice formula. And, I used this 28 times this past month and then a total of 46 times for this product. So, and I don't count like reapplications, like I'll just count it. Okay, I used this today. This was my lipstick. Sometimes, but not like reapplication. So 46 times, probably a little bit more than that. All right, this next product is Hank and Henry. This was my trio. This is in the King's Queen, Ooh Bitch, and Privileged. And I hate this product. I love the eyeshadows inside, but the packaging and this here, I just can't do it, y'all. It brings me stress, like, because glitter is always flying out of this, and I'm scared I'm going to inhale it and like aspirate and stuff, and it's just not worth me dealing with. So I did not use this even once, but I do like these eyeshadows, so I tried to depot them, but I just destroyed them. So I think that I'm gonna get rid of this because it just brings me too much anxiety. So the next product that I have is actually, the next few products are by an indie brand called Makeup Murder that I saw, and I found them on Instagram. And I just think that these are so cute and creative. I love true crime and cold cases, unsolved mysteries. I think that stuff's so interesting. So when I saw something that was kind of like cold case, SVU, I don't know, crime scene related, I got really excited. So I pulled some of those products that I wasn't using into this project pan. The first one is a loose red shimmery pigment, and it's called Blood. And I did use this past month. I only used it twice. But what I realized is that I don't really want to use this up. I love that it looks like blood, and as I use it, it's going to just kind of drop down. So when I wasn't using these before the project pan, I had these like set up because they do come in little vials. I just put some in these little storage packets, whatever, but they come in like little vials. And so I had them out displayed like right here on my little makeup thing. And that was really how I was using them. I would grab them every now and then. But I realized with this one, I don't want to use it up. It's just too cute. I want to keep it on display for a little bit longer. So maybe after a while, I'll start using that again. Now, the next two products, like I said, are also by Makeup a Murder, and they are loose neon pigments. And you have the green and the orange. This one, they both started at 9 grams. And then last month, this one weighed 6 grams, and it still weighs 6 grams now. This one, like I said, it also started at 9 grams. Last month, it was down to 8 grams. And this month, it's down to 5 grams. And I did use this one, actually, the way that I used it today, as a fluorescent, vibrant, lower lash line, shadow. And so it just adds that little bit of a pop, And so just little by little, that's how I was using it. Now, funny thing is, with orange, it's not really one of my favorite eyeshadow colors. It's one of my favorite blushes and even one of my favorite lipsticks. But I find that when I put orange on, like I have orange in my transition today, I find that I'm usually like, oh, that's kind of pretty. But I don't usually gravitate towards orange for my eyes. So I'm glad that I was able to get any use out of this. And I do have like another 5 or 6 colors. It came with like fluorescent yellow, blue, like a bright pink, a purple. So I have a lot of other colors just like these that I need to use from that same brand. So even though I didn't complete them, I think that any use is good use, especially for me because I'm trying to use stuff up. So now this is my last product, and it's an eyeshadow palette. It's upside down. My channel usually is upside down or backwards. But this is Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette, and it's such a beautiful package. I love that it's just kind of matte and shiny. And I pulled 4 eyeshadows from here. I pulled Pantheon, Velorio, Sangre, and Calaca. And this one, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I got some salt and pepper coming in, right? So I was like, dude, I could probably use this for my brows, and it worked so well. So that is primarily how I was using it. And look at that, y'all. It's got a little dip. Like, you can see where I was using it. And you can see that it's got some usage in it, and that is what I want. And let's see, I used this one 15 times. This past month, and altogether I used it a total of 33 times. Now, I didn't exclusively use it as, for my brows. I did use it in other places for other things, but primarily I used it as my brow powder. And then next we have Velorio, which is my favorite shadow in this entire palette. This is just beautiful 90s grunge. Goodness. And I used this one 9 times this past month, and altogether I used it a total of 21 times. But it is so dark and pigmented, you really need just a little bit, but I absolutely love it. Now the next one is Sangre, and again, look at those. You can see movement in that, and I love that. So Sangre, I used it 15 times, and it really just is great. Oh, you know what I ended up using this one for a lot? I got, a lot of my brushes are clean and they're drying right now outside in the sun. And I grabbed like a really wide brush like this one. It's an It's CC Cosmetics one. And I would go in and then I would just start right at my lash line and blend it and buff it all the way out until, I got as high as I could. And then I would just kind of buff that out with a clean blending brush. And then I would go on top like with a topper and maybe just like a touch of this, I'm telling you, because it requires so little bit, just a touch of that with a round brush right in the corner, call it done. And, so that's a really good color. I used it 15 times this past month. I didn't use it any times the month before, and then 7 before that. So total of what, 22 times in this project pan. And then lastly, we have Calaca, and look at that dip there. Now this one isn't like incredibly like pigmented, or it doesn't come across like this actual color, so I used it as a highlight a lot. And if I didn't go here, I would use it as like right down the bridge of my nose, so just a little brush here and then just shoop right down the middle of my nose, and that was it. I used that 20 times, and I mean, look at that dip, right? I mean, you can definitely see it. So 20, last month was 4, and before that was 11. So 35 times. And I just love having some dips and grooves and movements, particularly in palettes that are a little more expensive and pigmented. So that is my finale, y'all. Thank you so very much for joining me. Just know that I am sending you positivity, and I hope that you are doing what you love. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.